We've got a number of flood warnings current right across Queensland. We still have major flooding occurring on the Flinders River and the Western River around the Winton area. We have moderate flooding on the Georgina River as well as the Cloncurry and the Norman River. And then we still have minor flood warnings for a number of rivers in the North Tropical Coast, including rivers like the Tully, the Herbert. We've just downgraded the Bolly River as well, which is around the Townsville area, after they saw about 150 to 200 millimetres overnight. As you mentioned earlier, dry air and sunshine has returned to those flood affected areas in northwestern Queensland. Could still see the odd isolated shower or storm today, but then thankfully the threat of rainfall will stick towards the Gulf Coast and then probably north of the North Tropical Coast as well from tomorrow, with rain and storms contracting to Cape York on Tuesday and Wednesday. Could see some showers around the North Tropical Coast, but nothing heavy. But then we're going to see the monsoon start to really pick up, and that could lead to further rainfall later this week.
Is there a risk of a potential cyclone developing in North Queensland this week?
Yeah, look, it's pretty low at this stage. So what we do know is the monsoon trough will strengthen across far northern Australia later this week and into the weekend. From around Gove, the northern parts of the Gulf of Carpentaria, through the trough will lie across Cape York and then into the northern Coral Sea. And sometimes along this trough we can get a low to develop, a tropical low, and that's what we're likely to see later this week. Some of the guidance has it towards the Gulf of Carpentaria, other guidance has it in the northern Coral Sea. And then it's just likely to move south or southwest as we move through the weekend and early next week. So regardless of whether it's a cyclone or a tropical low, we're still going to see widespread rainfall return to much of northern Queensland. And we could even see those winds freshen up as well about the coast, and it's going to lead to more heavy rainfall and unfortunately further flooding later this week and into the weekend.
All right, one to watch. Now, Dean, looking around the country, there's some extreme temperatures forecast this week. Where have you got your eye on, and what sort of temperatures are we looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be the big story later this week as a significant heat wave impacts much of southeastern Australia. We're talking temperatures, 8 to 16 degrees above average in South Australia, Victoria and New South Wales on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. That equates to temperatures in the high 30s to low 40s for coastal areas and mid 40s and possibly even high 40s for our inland areas like northern Victoria, eastern and inland South Australia and western New South Wales. Places along the Murray, Mildura, Echuca, Yarrawonga could see 3 days in the mid 40s. Port Augusta could see 48, Oyen 47, and that's some pretty extreme heat. And because of that, we're seeing widespread severe to extreme heat wave conditions across much of southeastern Australia Wednesday through Saturday.